Dave, why are they so popular from a commercial point of view, do you think?
I think it's because they're about the ideal. And I'm not just meaning ideal love, but the ideal of something extraordinary happening to you in a mundane life. And that extraordinary event being tied to the appearance of someone's special or romantic interest. So, of course, again, it seems too simplistic to use the word. They've got that romance in them, but I think we all I think we all need a bit of romance in our lives, and rom-coms do get dismissed as chick flicks, which is a reductive term, and it really whiffs of sexism. And I think it doesn't. I mean, it's certainly true that you have probably a wider female audience for romantic comedies, and for example, action movies tend to be a wider general audience of men. But men and women both want to be loved. They want to find an extraordinary love. And I think if a lot of men actually drill into what films they like, I think they'd be surprised how many romantic comedies feature. And perhaps the popularity of the genre is that it's quite a selfish thing, really, that we can enjoy for ourselves, in that we want to be seen as special and unique by someone else. And if that someone else is a person we find appealing, then it certainly flatters the ego. So maybe there's a little bit of projection in there too. It's a formula that tends to veer away from the hard truth as well, that most relationships don't work out even when two people are in love, and life provides many challenges along the way that affect relationships and interfere with harmony and a loving partnership. And romantic comedies help us avoid the ugliness of ourselves in intimate spaces, and perhaps a really hard truth that we might not even be a good fit for a healthy relationship. And the appeal of rom-coms, they paint love as an act of renewal and transcendence. Even you become something better by being in a relationship. So that could be quite interpreted as quite a dangerous manipulation of the truth, because while there's no doubt relationships develop you as a person, you have to work on your own issues first before you can be a decent romantic partner.
At the most basic sort of human level as well, I think it's about just trying to find a mate. I mean, a very sort of animalistic, primal kind of desire, but that's something that permeates throughout the romantic comedy, and maybe it's dressed up a lot more. But there's the idea of the feel-good factor, of course, is we want to see these two people get together, and there's almost a comfort in knowing how it's going to turn out. And to that end, they can be quite good date movies that people can go to as a couple. You're going to get escapism, you're going to get humor, you're going to get some silliness, and ultimately you want to root for the characters to get together. And that's how a good romantic comedy will work, is if you want those two people to get together. If you don't care for them, then the whole show is not going to work. It's not going to happen.